Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. I know I have. It's been very busy, but busy is always a good thing. Today I wanted to pop on and share something really super new with you that I just learned about. And it has been quite intriguing and quite a wonderful process, so very eager to share. Let me start out by saying that many of you are watching my channel and you know that I speak a lot about health, wellness, diet, exercise, nutrition, all of those fun things. We also know that all of those things can be measured and we have different ways to measure them. So we have macros for diet and nutrition. We have different goals when it comes to strength training, for example. However, I don't think we really pay a whole lot of attention to something that's really, really important and really should be at the foundation of everything we do and how we feel, and that is our brain. So wouldn't it be wonderful to learn a little bit more about your brain, how it works? Everybody's brain is very different, just like our bodies are different. So when is it that we are getting stress? When are we able to relax? And I wanted to share with you today a way that I have been learning all of those things about myself. These are from Veetra. I do want to start out by saying that these are a prototype. I've been fortunate enough to use them over a 2-week period. So I'm going to focus on the concept and the science behind it in hopes that I turn you on to something exciting and something that you would potentially be interested in doing for yourself. So the setup process was very simple. I downloaded the Veetra app and connected my Bluetooth, and there we go, as simple as that. These are what the earbuds look like. There's a little charging case, which I've already charged, and you can see they're clearly labeled right and left. And then when I take them out, they have different size earbuds that you can put on based on your ear. So I'm tiny, I have the smallest size on. What I do want to mention to you is this is not a passive app. What I love about this, it's very cool, is that you can actually do exercises to understand how your brain works better. So they have this blooming flower exercise where you focus and your goal is to try to make the flower bloom. I'll put a little screen record up here so you can check out what that looks like. I found it a little challenging at first, but I've been practicing. I've been getting better and better. There's also some other really fun cognitive games. So in addition to the blooming flower, the second one is that I love is called box breathing. So many of you have probably heard of that. I'll also put a little example up here of what that looks like. I've heard of it. I've never really done it in real life, but the app has enabled me to visually see it and then get the feedback on how my brain is responding to that, which I have found to be super constructive. And when I see that my brain is responding in a positive way, it reinforces the behavior and it wants me to do it more often, or it encourages me to do it more often. What's awesome about it is that you can watch reports and you can monitor your progress over time. So you can actually see your brain learning. And I just love this because I feel like I focus so much on my body, but I've never really given a lot of thought to my brain and how it works. So this is a very good positive for me and I can't wait to continue using it. EEG stands for electroencephalography. It measures electrical activity in the brain. The brain communicates through electric signals. Different patterns are associated with different mental states. Alpha waves are often linked to calm awareness. Beta waves are linked to alertness and active thinking. Traditionally, EEG requires wearing a cap with electrodes in a clinical setting. It is bulky and medical. This technology is built into earbuds, making it practical for daily life. We live in a society where cognitive performance matters. We are constantly overstimulated, constantly multitasking, and think about it. Physical fitness really became mainstream when it became measurable, when we can start to measure things like macros and goals and results. But we haven't done that yet with our brain and with our brain's health. So this is one way in which we can begin to understand the brain, not because we're trying to control it, not because we're trying to do anything else, but just to understand it. And I think that's a very valuable and powerful tool to have. These function as earbuds first. They use a hybrid dynamic driver and balanced armature design. They are high-res certified and support active noise cancellation up to 35 decibels. Whether walking, working, or listening to music, they perform as high-quality headphones. Inside the app, sessions can be started. Real-time brain activity can be viewed, and session summaries can be reviewed afterward. 4 core brain metrics are displayed. There is also a game-based cognitive training designed to help support short-term memory, long-term memory, and reaction speed. Difficulty adapts progressively with continued training. It feels more like a wellness dashboard than a clinical tool. I first tested it during breathing sessions at home. As I focused on slow breathing, I observed the feedback shift. When my mind wandered, the metrics changed. When I returned to my breath, I saw improvement reflected in the data. It created immediate awareness. I also wore them during focused writing sessions. There were moments I believed I was deeply focused and moments where the data showed subtle dips in concentration. What was interesting was how that awareness influenced my behavior. Instead of pushing through fatigue, I began taking more intentional breaks. Sometimes I would open the app and do a short breathing exercise. When you inhale, hold, exhale. Watching the feedback respond in real time made it easier to settle back into a calmer, more focused state. There are also simple game-like exercises designed to help you train and maintain attention. Over time, those small adjustments made my work sessions feel more sustainable and consistent. So as you can see, I have learned a lot about my brain and about myself through using these. As somebody who prioritizes physical wellness, I realize it's just as important to prioritize cognitive wellness. And this has been my experience using these brain tracking earbuds over the last 2 weeks. I hope that you have found it helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I would love to share more of my experience with you. They are also going to be launching on Kickstarter in March, so I will go ahead and I will put a link in my description for you. These are wonderful. I encourage you to check them out. Again, I have learned so much. I really also hope that you share the video with somebody else you feel would benefit from it. Remember, guys, overall well-being is so much more about than what we look like. It's also about our mental state and our brain health. And this is a great place to start. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.